T.J. Yeldon. Because he's young. He's good. He's got upside. I think that putting him in the backfield, if you can't get Le'Veon Bell, is...
Would the Jaguars give up Yeldon, though? Because they just got... They didn't re-sign Ivory, so I feel like they probably want Yeldon as their change of pace back.
My feeling is they didn't like Yeldon, so I feel like for the right price, he's available.
I mean, for the right price, anybody's available.
And then to shore up the wide receiver, you got two players that I think are easily attainable. You got what's his name? Matthews. Is that his name? Oh man, what's his name?
Matthews?
Yeah, Jordan Matthews. He's available. And then if you can...
Well, speaking of Jags, they're seemingly not trying to keep Allen Robinson, so that might be an option.
Yeah, potentially. I think...
Sammy Watkins isn't getting his...
But...
He's not getting a franchise tag in L.A.
He's not worth a franchise tag. In my opinion.
Here's what I think, where I think it gets interesting. You shore up one top wide receiver for a couple years, or a guy who could be your number one. Do that draft day trade with the Cowboys. Des Bryant and their 19th pick for your number 6 pick. Do it. I think that makes sense. You get the 19th pick. You don't have to have the pressure of drafting a quarterback because you've got Teddy Bridgewater.
No. Just no. Just no.
I
don't want Des at all.
The other
makes
option...
no sense for our team's timeline.
The other option is just take out your checkbook and write whatever he wants to Jarvis Landry. Here. Take. And I think that brings the Jets from a 5-win team. So Teddy Bridgewater.
If they do that, don't trade off their draft pick. They could get somebody big at that 6th pick. If still available, Chubb or Minka Fitzpatrick comes.
They won't be available, I don't think. So then the other option is go after Jarvis Landry and get Calvin Ridley to groom. There you go. You've got a viable running back, 2 viable wide receivers, and a quarterback that has the most upside of any quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, wide receiver is not our biggest need. I'd worry more about like a tight end if we don't re-sign ASJ.
They have to re-sign ASJ. They have to.
We've got Quincy coming back. I mean, neck injuries are worrisome, but he could easily be a number 1 if he comes back to full force.
Well, you do have a wide receiver going to jail.
He's going to get suspended. I mean, honestly, is it any worse than what Sheldon did while he was here? I mean, he's...
No, but I mean, you know how cops operate. You threaten sexual assault on a cop's wife. So they're going to try and throw something at you.
Was it a threat of sexual assault, or was it a threat of sexual pleasure?
Well, I'm sure the cop didn't take it.
You also have Lucky Woodhead, or what's his name? He was a cowboy. Yeah, Lucky Woodhead, who broke his leg like the first practice. Who is a legit kick returner? So. You got something going there.
Whitehead.
Yeah. That's right.
I was like, wait, Woodhead?
Yeah, not Woodhead. Whitehead. Yeah. So I feel like if those things happen, and it's going to be a lot, I know, but the Jets have to spend a lot of money, or they're going to get fined.
Yeah, they definitely need to spend the money.
That could take the Jets from a 5-win team to an 8-win team.
If you take Teddy, that you don't necessarily still draft a quarterback.
I don't think you do.
I think
not with 6.
I think you're hedging your bet if and I don't like Allen, but if one of the other if Mayfield falls, I think you gotta go for it.
Mayfield falls to 6. I don't think Mayfield's going to be taking the top half of the first round.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
His draft stock's been rising from.
But it's falling now from the combine because he didn't have a very good showing. I mean, it wasn't that bad. But it wasn't good, and his attitude is getting worse. People aren't fans of him right now. Like they're falling on him. But I think the Jets, and I know that a lot of Jets are going to hear 2nd-round quarterback and be like, no, we already have Christian Hackenberg. But I think the Jets would probably, in my opinion, be better suited taking a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, keeping McCown on the roster as the backup, and then get a guy like Mason Rudolph to be like the no pressure third guy. If he doesn't work out, he doesn't work out. But we got Teddy Bridgewater and Josh McCown for 1-2.
I mean, I think Josh McCown's destiny is like a quarterback's coach, but
I think so.
I definitely don't hate rolling with Bridgewater and seeing what he's got. And it does, if you do get him, he is a young prospect that the fans are really kind of looking for right now.
He was a proven winner on a team that wasn't very good.
Well, that defense was still pretty good.
The defense was still pretty good, but
he frees you up to do a lot of stuff with that high pick.
And then you can go out and get, because you still have a lot of money you have to spend. Worried about the offensive line?
Yeah.
There's some decent offensive linemen.
I think offensive line is where I'm spending a lot of the money if I'm picking up a Teddy Bridgewater where there's that injury.
Definitely the left tackle.
And I'm probably going to spend some draft capital online too.
I don't know if anyone's really going to spend much draft capital online because it's
who was
Orlando Brown.
No,
He's had a very bad combine.
He had the most lineman name ever. What was his name?
Thomas Smith.
No, it was Rag something. Ragnow, something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll see if I can find it, but if you do take a lineman, most likely you're trading back and taking him late.
I don't.
Jets' other big needs are corner, edge rusher, linebacker. So if you solve quarterback, then that's where you gotta concentrate. But you definitely got to address the trenches because the O-line is just miserable.
They were overworked. They had a bad team. They had a bad group of players behind it. Well, not bad. Bilal Powell was decent.
Yeah,
he played well.
Powell's pretty decent. I'm okay with him, starting this year. I certainly would love to see someone else, take over. But when Forte was injured, he was fine. He's certainly at minimum serviceable and shows flashes of really good work. And he's not heavily used. He doesn't have a lot of mileage on him for a running back at, I think he's 28.
I think the thing that I like the most about Bilal Powell is he's a yes sir kind of guy.
Yeah.
We need you to catch. We need you to play in the slot and catch. Yes sir. We need you to block. Yes sir. We need you to return kicks. Yes sir. He'll do it.
Right.
That's one of the things that I like about him is he's a team player.
Yep. What do you need? I got you. Okay,
yep.
Let's do it.
You need me to play offensive line? We're going to suck, but I got you. Anyways, so that's how I think the Jets can go from a bad team to a playoff team.
Okay.
Now, we're going to have our all-star team that we're going to be talking about now because it is time for us to discuss our 5 favorite athletes under 30 years old. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. I'm going to start us off. My number 5 is someone that we've mentioned quite a bit. Inspirational person, inspirational man, does a lot with severe disadvantages. My number 5 is Central Florida linebacker Shaquem Griffin. He's just from this season.
Absolutely.
He's my boy.
I want him on my team. I want to take him in that 4th round, which is what his stock.
Not anymore.
Might be 2-3.
Yeah,
2-3.
Yeah. One GM
Late
from
2, early 3.
From what I understand, one GM has him in top 25.
Wow.
The rest have him 65 to.
He can do it all.
Yeah.
Look at his film. And they almost didn't invite him. Everything he did at the combine, he says the right thing to everything.
He outran Saquon Barkley in the 40.
Yeah.
He bench pressed more than...
It was the fastest 40 for a linebacker since we've been televising it, since 2003.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Unreal.
Yeah.
I like that choice. That was a good choice.
Yeah. Shaquem Griffin, my number 5, under 30. All right, Dan Beebe, who was your number 5?
Let's go with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G. Is that Dan O'Shea? One of Dan O'Shea's as well? Because we
It
know
is. It is
we know
one of
he's
mine.
got a soft spot for Jimmy G.
I love Jimmy G.
Yeah, he's a hot young kid.
Right weapons.
Yeah,
Rising star.
he's an Eastern Illinois product, just like Tony Romo. So you know he's gonna be great.
Of course. It's
Yeah.
a benchmark.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan O'Shea, who do you have at 5?
Let's just put Jimmy G there. I'll save some surprises for later.
All right, Jimmy G number 5
He was like 4, so it wasn't a strict order.
just do a flip, do a flop. Gotcha. So we got Shaquem Griffin and Jimmy G for the double D. Tony, what do you got?
I have selected Chloe Kim.
Chloe Kim.
Because I think that, for me
That's a
personally,
good one.
she is going to elevate women's snowboarding to a level that it has never been before, and she has so much time to do it.
Really, even more than Lindsay Jacobellis?
She's going to bring it to the next level. She can do things that other women can't do yet, and if other women want to keep up or be left behind, she's going to set the bar, and she's going to drag them either kicking or screaming, or they're going to come willingly to her world.
Okay, so like Lindsay Jacobellis opened the door a little bit, and she just put her foot in it and opened it more.
And I think that she's
Okay.
going to keep doing that, and either she's going to be given a thing of dominance, or everyone's going to have to catch up.
Okay. All right, that's a good point. She was incredible.
Not to mention, it's just also, for me, my list, a lot of my list, and I'm going to put this out here, a lot of my list are people that I view as people who, when everything's said and done, they are going to be legends. Legends, either Hall of Famers or just actual legends in their sport. And to me, I believe all of mine are actually under the age of 25, funny enough.
Okay.
But all of them, I believe, are right at the point that they are just beginning their trajectory upward.
All right.
Just to set the preference. I also, all my honorable mentions are football players, just because I feel like football, in fairness, is a game for men under 30.
Okay. All right.
So I went with other sports. That was
Gotcha.
the reason.
All right, that makes sense. So my number 5, Shaquem Griffin, Dan and Dan go with Jimmy G, and Tony goes with Chloe Kim.
I also could have put in that 17-year-old from the Olympics, Red.
Yeah,
What is
the one
his
who
name?
said the F word on TV.
Yeah, the one that dropped the F-bomb. But,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel like he's at the level of competition. Chloe Kim's going to bring women's snowboarding to another level that it hasn't been before.
True.
That's why I put her in over him.
All right. Solid choices. So now we'll go with number 4. My number 4, all around good guy. Awesome Twitter handle, awesome Twitter follow. Awesome name. I'm going with the Juju Smith-Schuster.
Okay, I like
Smart man.
Yeah.
He's a smart man.
Yeah.
Stay away from the DMs with
Content perfect.
what's her name?
that. Yeah,
Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, that's what her name is. I was like, I know it's something outrageous.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that Wake Forest thing isn't working out for you, buddy.
No, Wake Forest is going down in an absolute flame right
yeah,
now.
no.
They look like the Knicks.
Oh man.
Actually, they might be able to beat the Knicks. Bucket. Told you. He hit it.
It was wide open.
Doesn't matter. I can't always hit that.
Well.
So, Juju Smith-Schuster finally got his bike.
Yep. I like that one. I do like Juju Smith-Schuster just with his involvement and everything. That he's certainly a kid that is very self-aware of himself and is taking full advantage of it.
He's embracing his inner Heinz Ward by laying suckers out.
Yeah, and his inner nerd. Have you seen him just with some of his posts, like complaining about his video game that he can't beat? Like,
Yeah.
he's all for it. I like
he
that.
loves/hates Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Also, follow him on YouTube. He's a fun video too.
Great
Oh, I'm
fantasy
sure.
pickup last year.
Yeah, great fantasy pickup last
Nobody
year.
had him.
Yeah.
My number 4, Juju Smith-Schuster. Dan Beebe, what you got?
Number 4 for me is Austin Dillon, Daytona 500 champion.
Okay, that's not an athlete.
Sure it is.
Move on.
It is.
They have it on the
You get one of
ESPN.
those cards. and
They
suck
have the
your ass
spelling
off.
bee on
That's endurance.
ESPN.
What's that other guy? There's
Listen,
another
I
new
can
guy.
I can get
Bubba
on a bike
something?
and sweat my ass
Bubba,
off.
yeah, Bubba Wallace.
I can
Yeah,
sit
they're
on my
making a
couch and
huge deal
sweat
out of
my
it.
ass off. In fact, I'm doing it.
My number 4, I'm going to throw
NASCAR's
in...
next grade champion. All right.
I'm going to throw in Connor McDavid.
Yo, Connor McDavid.
Youngest captain in the history of the league at 19. Won his first Art Ross in 20.